JoeKingAudits, audit in Bradford. Yeah. I get paid on 11th, so I always think 10th is the day to stay awake and check my bank account. So I worked it out. 11th is Monday, so I was thinking the day before is when I get paid, because that's the day I usually stay awake and get some money out at 12 o'clock and get paid. But that was not the case. I made a mistake. My brain is not working as well as it used to work. Lack of beer? I don't know. Can't be lack of food. I've been eating quite well with all these food places, to be honest. We didn't get a lot of meat. Maybe it's lack of meat. Meat does play a big role in brain. Energy stuff. 1 second. So I was like I'm actually going to get a full. I'm actually going to get full benefits this month, sort of. Apart from I've just borrowed some money off. Well, I've just borrowed something off my mate. And my brother 30 quid still. I was thinking maybe my brother will lend me like 15 quid for a packet of tobacco and something. But then I earned 45 quid, which is quite a lot of money. And I didn't pay him back last month. I'll explain to him why. I know it's not his problem. I should have told him, but I didn't, so he'll be alright with it. So my mates spent, wait a minute. Just 1 minute. What about tomorrow? Could you lend me like 15 quid? Sure. I'll give you back on Monday. think one time I went in 50 quid. So that was 60 quid. If I buy 15 quid, what's some beer though? Maybe I can 20 quid. 50. Yeah, I wonder if we got any extra money yet. Somebody said that we're getting £150 for council tax. Do you have to apply for that? Like I didn't apply for it. And how do you apply for it? It's a council or Gov website. You're supposed to get energy costs, but I don't think I'm allowed that, because actually I should be allowed it now because the bills are in my name. Although I've just got the water in my name, so how the fuck's that gonna work? The thing is, I'm supposed to pay, my landlord's supposed to pay for bills. Like I'm supposed to get a council tax reduction. My landlord said he'll sort council tax out as well. But he's paying council tax for the other place. I don't know if he has to pay council tax for this place because there was nobody living in it. Because he had this property, but he couldn't afford to like sell it in the restrictions, so he's just holding on to it. So there was nobody living here. So I don't know if he had to pay council tax for this property. Well, actually, there was somebody living here. Umar had this house to himself, but he never lived here unless he got kicked out. So he's pretending like it's part of the company stuff, and he's not paying no tax on it because he's not making no profit out of it because he's not renting it out, or supposedly not renting it out. I don't think this house is on the books, or it is on the books. This house is part of WHF Enterprises, but it's not on the books because it belongs to Umar, and Umar's part of WHF Enterprises. So they get all the profit, but they don't have to pay company tax, and they can kick you out whenever you want. Well, they can't. They know they can't. They could, but they can. They try to blag it. And because what it is if he owns a house and he has a room here. I mean, when we moved in though, it was 3 of us in here, so the other room was so small it wasn't worth the rent anyway. I mean, yeah, the house is definitely worth the rent, but I'm saying that it's not really. It's $350 per person, so that's what 3, 6, 9. 9,000. It's probably worth about £1,000 with bills included, definitely. And internet and council tax and don't think he's even been paying council tax. I'm going to get lumbered with council tax, I guarantee it. The thing is, I haven't even changed my address yet because I don't want to, because we're getting sued, so I want everything in the other address's name, sort of thing, really. Is it classed as getting sued or that? Like a possession order on house? Like we're going to have to pay for court fees. We're going to have to pay charges on them every day. He's saying we've got to pay £10 charges every day we stay here. We don't pay the rent. Unless that's included in the rent. What is it? £10 a day. That's £11 a day. So it costs us £11 a day to stay here. So let's say we use like maybe £2, maybe £3. So he's getting like, I'd say he's getting about £6 per day just on the house. If we use £4 energy and shower, washing machine, TV, charging phones, charging computers, council tax, water, gas. Like if we can use £4, that'll be maximum probably. I think that'll be the maximum we could ever use a day in energy. £4. He's making £7. Yeah. He's making £7 just on a house. That's not bad, that is it? Is that right? So I'm working out how much energy I'm using a day. He's making £7 a day on that. Off of me alone. Is that off me alone? Yeah. He's making £7 off me alone. 7.14, 21 quid. He's making £21 profit every day. So in a month, 20, just say 20. Say he's making £20 profit for us three a day. So in a month, that's 20 times 30. 20 times 28. I can do £21. I can do £21 times 28. £21 times 28 is 280 or 560, 56 quid. Plus 28 times 1 is 28. So that's arithmetic is hard sometimes. This is why I think I've got a photographic memory, because when I do mental arithmetic in my head, I have to write down the numbers that I've got in my head as like numbers. I don't really see them as numbers really. I see them as like, yeah, I suppose I do see them as numbers. I don't know if I remember it in audio now. It's like I remember it as like an equation. Like the equation was 20 times 28. So I do 28 times 10, which is 280. And then I double that because I did half of 20. And then I do 28 times 1. And like I don't really have the answers. I just have the bits of I just have the equations. And then as I look at the equations they made, well, that was 280. That was 280. And that was 28. So that works out 5, 8. What's that? It's 28. So 400, 582. 2 fucking 18s. Is it 18s? No, 2 80s. 8, 16, 16. So it's 5. I can't work it out. 28 twice is I need a proof, that's why. One explanation. You know, when you need a toilet and you try to like think of something, you try to work some out, or you try to like what's the word? run out of gas. Maybe I can't really do it now. Money. I can get the pliers out. Yeah, I think it's just the pressure again. So I'm gonna like write. I don't know if I can be bothered. I think my problem is I get distracted. I get distracted too easily. Well, it's not that I get distracted, it's that I've got so much shit to do. Like, I don't know what to do first, and I don't know what to do about anything. Like, I don't even know if I can do anything about it. And I've got so much shit to do. I'm like thinking of stuff I can do for stuff that's not even like I can't do anything about it yet, sort of thing. I don't know, that's complicated. I got assaulted with a hammer. I got punched in the face. 2 different guys. 2 phones stolen. The police have got back to me saying the case is closed because you didn't make a formal statement. And I emailed them with all the evidence that I had to the hammer guy, and all my statement in an email of the other guy that attacked me, and then they're like, I'm there writing like a long paragraphs, long fucking as much information as I can think of, his description, you know, all the people that are around him, all the like everything that happened, all in an email. And they go, the case is closed. It's like, what? Do you think I wrote all that down in like for the case to be closed? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a poll of everything that I've got to do, and I'm going to ask my YouTube audience every day, what should I concentrate on today, until we get everything on the list like finished, and you guys are going to decide whether I've done enough in the day or enough to get rid of it off the list. Like, you guys are going to decide if I've done enough work on the subject that you voted on for me to let's fucking start it now. Let's start a poll now, right now. Like, I know a few things that I've got to do. I can't tell you them all. That's my problem though. Like, I've got so much shit to do. I'll start on this and then I'll go, oh, but I need to sort that out first. So I'll go on to that, and then I'll be like, and then I'll get stuck, and then I'll be like, oh shit, how the fuck am I going to get around this? And I'll try to figure it out, and then I'll go, well, the only way to get around this is by doing something else. So I'm doing like 3 things at once, trying to get one thing sorted out, or trying to get 2 things sorted out, but one thing can't be sorted out until the other thing's sorted out. Anyway, poll. How do you do a poll? I can do a poll on my live stream, can't I? Oh, maybe not. So yeah, I can do it on. YouTube. That's one thing that's a bit of an issue. Like, I can't go onto YouTube. Actually, maybe I can. Let me just. So for some reason, I can't make a poll. I can make a post, but I can't make a poll. Need a drink. Not doing it. I don't have a tea. Lime water's good too. How long before they put water rates on the meter? So the electric is now on a meter, and we're paying £5 a month towards Umar's debts. £5 every time we top up a tenner, we're paying £5. That's well a lot, isn't it? So whatever your usage is, they double it to pay your debts. How much could they get away with though, really? Maybe £2.50 every time you put a fiver on. No, every time you put a tenner on. What's that fucking thing? The poll's coming, guys, don't worry. Just I get distracted. See? This is what happens. Just get distracted. Like, I got distracted looking for a poll. I started fucking doing YouTube videos. got YouTube Studio, you've got YouTube app, and then you've got YouTube on the internet, so you can like have 3 YouTubes open. Sort of. It's a weird system to have. 1 second. Right, a poll. I'm going to concentrate on one thing at a time from this day forward. I vow to concentrate on one thing at a time until we've actually made at least a little bit of progress. So first things first. Oh, now my computer's turned off. The computer's been on all night, I think. No, it must have turned itself off for some reason. What am I watching that fucking... Do you know what, DayZ? Watching somebody play DayZ, it's so fucking relaxing. Like, even sometimes the gunshots are like too loud. It wakes you up and then you're like, what happened? And you're like, you either go back to sleep or you get interested in what the after effect of stuff is. You know, like shooting people is all fun and that. It's a buzz, like, you know, when you do a 360 no scope headshot, it's a buzz. But you know what's more of a buzz? Like, try to figure out like what actually happened. Like, you know, like what is actually going on? Why are these people like fighting each other, and why are you fighting them? And like, why did he not have his gun out? And then he saw you, and then like didn't get his gun out straight away. And then gets his gun out because he sees you've got a gun, even though you didn't point it at him. And see, I've got distracted again. This is what happens. My computer's still turning itself on. It takes ages to load up. How long does your computer take to load up? Mine takes it seriously. If I restart my computer right now, well, if I restart it. Because you can't actually turn your computer on. Your computer's always on. It's just in a state of hibernation. When you shut it down, it's still on, but it's in a state of hibernation. when you restart your computer, then it actually shuts everything down and restarts everything fresh. So that's actually a true. That's true with turning your computer on when you shut it down. So I'm counting all the time it takes to shut all the programs down and then restart them all. So I think realistically it takes my computer about 3 to 5 minutes. No, 3 to 4 minutes, maybe more than 4 minutes. Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes. That's it. Yeah, it's nowhere near 5 minutes. Maybe 2.5 to 3.5. I want to try it now. I want to test it, see how long it takes. Time seems to, when you're waiting for something, like, time takes forever. But when you're bashing shit out, as long as it's not a tedious task, time just flies by, doesn't it? You don't have enough time. Like when you're cooking, like something elaborate, like can't think of anything. Like a roast dinner. Well, it's not elaborate, but you know, it's simple stuff. But like, there's like certain timings, like you know, you get your turkey out of the oven half an hour, like after it's cooked, half an hour, to rest. You get your turkey out to rest for half an hour. You get your veg cooked, like warming up. You get your gravy fucking warming up. You get your like your roast potatoes should be like cooked now at least. Now you're just like waiting for them to get a bit golden brown. Yorkshire puddings are going in. Mashed potatoes back on heat. Plates are warming up in oven. What we're actually on about timings with things. How did I get onto fucking timings? Anyway, first thing like on the poll is homelessness prevention. Homelessness prevention. Like I'm like realistically, I have decided. So I have actually made a decision on something. I am going to live in a tent for a few weeks. So just to let you know, like I'm not going to fail on this task. I'm going to be housed eventually. I'm not going to live as a fucking hermit because I just to be honest, I just can't stand. Actually, I'm alright. It's just like getting a shower and stuff. That's the only thing. When you're outside though, you don't need a shower as much. You need to clean your bits and bobs, but like that's about it. Stuff's fine. It's like the smoke from the fire just seems to like cleanse you. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I smell like fire all the time. But like I don't smell it anymore. Like once you've been there for a few weeks, you don't smell it anymore on yourself. So like it doesn't really matter to you. And it's not really a bad smell. It's just a fire smell. Isn't it? It's just like if I had a girlfriend that were like that smelt of fire, I don't think I'd be like, I'd be able to snuggle up next to her. Let's put it that way. I'd be able to snuggle up next to her. Like smelling like a fire's not a bad smell, is it? No, I didn't hardly smell sweaty either. Like, I was wearing loads of clothes, but I didn't hardly smell sweaty. I don't know if that's because I were outside constantly or. Maybe I got a shower like every week or something. Maybe even longer than a week. I mean, I was only out there for 2 weeks. But I used to go around my girlfriend's house and get a shower, even though I wasn't supposed to. But you know, I paid the price for that one. I got caught and I went to prison for breach of bail. So the thing is, there shouldn't have been a domestic violence protection order against me from my girlfriend, because I didn't even do anything to my girlfriend. She was a witness, but she said she wasn't sure whether she wanted to be a witness, and like the police just automatically presumed that was because she was scared of what I were gonna do or something. And but she takes me back into the house, and I'm explaining to you, if you don't make a decision about because I'm not supposed to go back there with a breach of bail conditions, right? She invites me back, I go back, or I ask her if I can come back for a shower or whatever. Whatever happened, I'm not gonna blame it on her, it was my fault as well. But I'm not allowed to intimidate a witness, because if she was a witness, if she did choose to be a witness, goes to fucking court. Even if she says something good about me, even if she says good things about me, he was just trying to defend himself and whatever. Or even if she says bad things about me, but it is the truth. That's the main thing I want. I wanted the fucking truth. Sometimes I miss bits out because it puts me in a bad light. That's as far as I will lie. I don't miss stuff out. I tell them like I told the police that day. Got distracted here. I told the police that day. Yeah, I was swearing. I was pissed off with him. Yeah, I admit it. I had a motive. I had a motive to alarm, harass and distress him. I don't know how it can be alarm, harassment and distress when he came up to me. I was minding my own business at this point after I'd just been assaulted, and then the guy grassed on me, and as a security guard he's got to do something about it, so he came up to me, and then I get pissed off at him because it's like he's not fucking taking, he's not he's asking me to leave straight away. He's saying you've caused a disturbance, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Well, he didn't ask me to leave straight away. He says that I've heard you've been causing a disturbance, and I've got to come and fucking sort it out. And I go, well, I can't remember how the conversation went. But yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said in the police station. I said I can't remember exactly what I said. Probably fucking twat, or wanker, or anything to them effects. But I didn't even say any of that. The worst thing I said was you're a fucking thug. A fucking thug. I think that's the worst thing I said. Like I said on multiple occasions in that fucking live stream, like, go away, you're scaring me, you're making me nervous. Like, leave me alone, you're making me nervous. Like I said on multiple occasions. And that's why I was fucking acting like not under control, because I'd just been assaulted, and then this guy's fucking like hiding his face and like telling me not to record him. I didn't even know if he was a security guard or not. Like I thought it was just like fucking. I thought it was fucking part of the gang or something. I thought they were coming to get me. I'm paranoid, man. I'm paranoid. Like seriously. There's no wrong with being paranoid when you fucking get attacked all the time, you know? Anyway, Paul. My mind's going crazy. Have they got rid of polls or something? I thought you could make a poll on your video. Make it like a video. So how are you today? Is it Renee or my dad? I don't, like, I need to fucking call my dad. I texted him. I think I tried to call him. One second. Still got that fucking book password. 2 likes. Thank you guys. What should I concentrate on? Homelessness. Art. House possession, court case, evidence. What else? That's all I can think of right now. All the assaults. Can I just do my statement in words? Why do I have to be interviewed? I can't just give him my statement in words, like an email. I mean, can't I just write something out? Well, there's a few options. The thing is, I don't want to concentrate on any of them right now. But I'm going to do it. I have to do something. For now, I'm going to concentrate on the YouTube videos that I was freaking messing about with a minute ago. Maybe I should have put that in there as well. The rash isn't so bad. Maybe I should have fucking called the doctors. I don't know if you can see. It's not as bad as it was. My legs were all bloated. I don't know what it is. Does anybody know what that could be? I mean, my dad's got like varicose veins. And that's probably a good explanation. Got arthritis and bad fucking veins, bad circulation. My dad always wears socks. I never wear socks. And one time I wear socks and then this happens. I mean, I wear socks with my shoes, but like, I never wear socks anywhere else. I take my shoes off all the time. Like, I can wear my shoes for long periods of time, but like, I just don't like to. Be right back. And yeah, check out my poll. Do some voting. I'll do a vote. Like, does anybody like really like the flavour of Coke? Does anybody really like the flavour of Coke? Like, you know, I can't really put my hand on it. It tastes like wild fruits. Just like wild trees, wild vegetation, like stewing on the floor. Like, I guess you could make beer out of leaves, like cannabis beer. The plants are creating sugars, which create Yeah, but it's creating enzymes. It's creating enzymes to create light absorption. Light absorption. What would you call chlorophyll? Like, people say there is as much mass on this earth as there ever is going to be, unless asteroids hit, or meteorites, or what's the other one? Comets, asteroids, comets, meteorites. There's all the mass that's going to be on the earth right now, but the sun rays down isotropic isotopes. Like, what would it be? Elemental. Like, it's heavy metals, heavy metal isotopes, heavy metal isotopes. Like bloody. Type of zinc and what would it be? Magnesium. Mercury probably. I don't lead. Gold. Like most of the heavy elements, I'm guessing, drift off into space mostly. Like it'd be like Saturn. Just Saturn's like fucking travelling around the orbits or whatever, and like as the metals slow down going towards the planet, they just get collected, and the masses involved with these fucking like little objects eventually create enough mass to like to fall into each other, and eventually that the energy created smashed with all the different things smashing into each other, and like all together creates friction and energy and heat, and it just melts together and forms a planet eventually. Like forms a comet or an asteroid. Not an asteroid. What's the water one? Comet. Meteorite is like solid matter. It's all solid matter. think a comet's ice, and like it must have picked something else up. You know, that ice must have picked something else up, like gold and silver. Only little flakes, you know. Like there's loads of minerals in water. Anyway, there's loads of little minerals in water. Like to say that everything is here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the big scheme of things, most of it's here, because like even a little bit's only gonna like give us like maybe a milligram of mass over a decade, maybe. You get like a milligram of mass over a decade. But like with comets and asteroids and everything smashing into, and like other things like humans absorbing light and plants absorbing light, I think it's like it adds up, you know. Like we actually live in the Goldilocks zone. We're in the perfect environment for life to thrive for many extinctions. The thing is, it doesn't have to be an extinction. It doesn't have to be an extinction. We can figure this out, unless the AI's just completely screws over. But you know, it looks like we're willing to take that risk. Like nobody's really outraged by AI, are they? Nobody's protesting against AI. Like there should be, actually. There should be protesting against AI. There needs to be oversight by the public. There needs to be oversight. The public needs to know everything about AI, like everything. Like, you know, like it's our data that the AI is learning off of. I mean, maybe some companies keep it in their own with their own employees. Like the only learning an AI can do in like some companies, I'm sure, is like from the company itself. It's cut off from the internet. The people can show the AIs what it wants to see, what they want it to see. And if the AI asks to see something, and they can fucking show it to the AI, but I don't think the AI can just like get it from a computer. Can it just get it from the internet? Because that's our data then. That's our data that it's our data that it's evolving off of. So we need to know everything about it. How do I know if somebody votes? Votes. Just gotta keep reloading. Still back in there. membership. I've got to be a member of my own YouTube channel. I wonder if they'll actually let you be a member of your own YouTube channel. How big that'd be in sale, wouldn't it? Paying yourself and paying a bit towards YouTube. I mean, yeah, if you want to donate to YouTube, I suppose. Do that. I'd probably do that if I were making a bit of money, you know. I'd get the premium membership. I'm not sure. What's the perfect thing for cleaning ash out of a pipe? I feel like it's getting a hold of it. It's alright, I think it's sweet. What the fuck's that? One person. Hello. I saw something at the bottom of my screen. Alright. That's a different button on YouTube. Like, you can't really do much on YouTube live streams, can you? You can like kick people. And you can't even kick people, can you? You can only just time people out. That's about it. Can't really do much. You can change a filter for some reason, but you know, that's not really necessary. What kind of filter should we have today? Dance party. Let's have a dance party. That's well hard. Keep that up. Just that were a little medley of finger snaps. You do that, bro. But you can't do that. I shouldn't do it really, because I'm getting arthritis. Well, I've got arthritis. I don't even know. I don't even know if you get arthritis. I think you're just born with it. So my doctor says no. You just like. I said what I'm like. So what I'm just gonna gradually get worse. And he went yeah. He says well when did I get arthritis? Like what? I've never noticed nothing wrong with me. And he says no we can just see in you, when we had a look, we can just see you've got arthritis right now. You've already got arthritis. So what can I do about that? I went, no, just take it easy with your joints and stuff, that's about it. Alright, cool story, bro. Like I said to him, like, is that why my back's like dodgy? He says, well, you know, that might just be because you're tall, but you know, we could like do some scans and stuff, but there's not really a lot we can do with back problems. I mean, the arthritis might be contributing to it, but yeah, there's not much they can do. What do you think of the taste of Coke? Do you like the taste of Coke? Do you like like how would you explain the flavors in Coke? Like I said, it's like wild. Actually, it's like wild mushrooms. It's like wild mushrooms and wild fruit, and wild foliage. It's like stewing in its own moisture. That's what Coke tastes like to me. It tastes like nature. Like the only problem with Coke I have is it's too sweet. Like if it were like a tonic, if it were like a Coca-Cola flavoured tonic, I think that would be fucking amazing. Like Indian tonic water with like Coke flavour. No sugar, no sweeteners. Just like, I mean, even carbonated water, just carbonated water, a bit of Coke flavouring, a bit of lime, and ice, mint, maybe a bit of mint, crushed, bashed up mint leaves, and vodka. That's all you need. Oh my god, that's a fucking highlight. That's got to be a highlight. I'm gonna watch that highlight. Like it just took forever to get to the point, didn't it? It just took forever to get to that point. But that's the best joke, you know, when you just like you're just saying something serious and you're just explaining it in different ways over and over again until you like find one way to say it that has a punchline. And the punchline to that comedic. What did I say? I was listing ingredients. bit of mint, bit of fucking tonic water, no sugar, no unhealthy stuff. No unhealthy stuff. And then, you know, just like a shot of vodka at end as well. Or gin. No, I don't know about gin. Yeah, gin and coke, that would be nice actually. Maybe not. Gin's like sour. Coke's a bit sour, isn't it? So it might be a bit too sour. Not sour, but it's like bitter. It's like, no, it's a dry taste. I mean, tonic water's a dry taste. Actually, Coke's like tastes like overripe fruit, like almost browned fruit. Like, what would you say? Stewing fruit. It tastes like stewing fruit, like warm brown. You know, like when an apple goes brown, and it's a bit like, if you taste it, it's like it's like it's been cooked. It's like caramelized. It's like burnt. It's got like a carbon flavour. Like bloody roast apples, or caramelized apples. It tastes like caramelization. Coke tastes like caramelized fruit. I can't like imagine which fruits though. It'd be like weird fruits like what's an apple type of fruit? Mango. Melon maybe. Something less sweet. I wonder if it actually does have apple in it. I don't know about pineapple. It's got to have some sort of berries in there, like them fucking bilberries. They're too. Well, it might be bilberries. It's not blueberry. I think somebody actually made Coca-Cola. Like, I think somebody actually Mangoes are good for the blood pressure. Coke tastes like Coke. I miss my army life. Sorry guys, I missed all your comments. What's that? Whiskey and headphones. And then a cat. A clown cat. And I love art. Kenny Grindley. Kenneth Grindley. Thumbs up. Grindley. Is that actually your surname? Grindley. How's right missing it? That means I slept good. When your hair's a mess, that means you slept good. fucking sleep like a log, man. All this stress and it's well tiring me out. And I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy being this tired. It means I'm working hard. Whatever I'm doing. How do you just get to the video? Third segment. What's the video called? It's like I just got rid of all copyrighted stuff. Anything that I'm not making money off, I just got rid of it. You know, like apart from maybe important things. I ain't got rid of it, I just made it private. How do I find out what the video's called? I don't actually see what. Oh, I don't know what to do myself. I can't do that. Like why does YouTube not let you like have a chat bar? You know, have a public chat bar. So you can see what you're writing and I can see what I'm writing. Wait a minute, I can record the chat. That's what I can do. That's what I do anyway. I always do stuff like that. I could even just put half the screen there like that. Let's see everything. I could put the chat down there. I don't know which side is it. Right, what am I doing? Where's the live stream? I think it's all really. Fucking hell, there's about 100 copyright strikes on this. Copyright strikes. Pub video or a good video. It was quite fucking. It was quite fucking traumatic for me. Everything's fucking traumatic. I'm traumatized. I'm like seriously traumatized. I can hardly fucking cope with it. Like I just keep saying to myself, I'm an adult man. I just fucking, what adults have got to put up with. And I'm like, why? I don't have to put up with it when I'm a kid. Why do I have to put up with it now? Why do I have to put up with traumatization? Like, this is the thing what, like, Live Free's on about. Like, police brutalizing people. It's physical, emotional, mental. Have we got any votes in yet? Has anyone voted on my poll? So I've got so much shit to do, right? I'm going to write everything down on these polls every day. And then I've got to concentrate on one thing the YouTube audience tells me to concentrate on. The options are homelessness, prevention, I suppose. The court case, evidence gathering for the court case for the repossession order of the house, which is to do with the homelessness. But the homelessness is like it's a separate subject because, like, I could just move out today, go to court, and like sort that out afterwards. I'm just telling them I've moved out now anyway. And the court case is going ahead with whether I move out or not. So that's two subjects. And then there's two assaults. I need to make a statement about to the police. You decide. I think first person to vote gets to tell me what I should concentrate on first. First person to vote, that's what I've got to do. Like, I'm not doing loads though. I'm not doing loads of work. You know? I just do a little bit every day. I mean, I've also got a trial in October that I've got to do as well. it look like I've got a halo? It looks like I've got a halo around my head. You know, like, I consider myself I consider myself 100% good. Like, I have no sins. Apart from the only sin I would say I have is I mistreat my body a little bit. I don't know. I don't really know if I'm mistreating my body though. Like, I feel like I'm mistreating my body. Like, you know, like sometimes my liver starts hurting and my stomach starts hurting, and like that's because I've drunk too much probably, or I've drunk too many days in a row or something. Like, usually if I drink too much, I'm like hungover a bit, and then like my fucking liver hurts for the next day. But I don't drink for a couple of days, and then I'm all right again. But like some days I'm like drinking every day. But I don't even drink every day for a week. I'll have like a few days off during the week, you know. Like, I'll drink like 5 days and I'll have 2 days off. I'll have a weekend off. So I consider myself 100% good, because like even that I mistreat my body sometimes, but I don't know if I mistreat my body because I don't know if there's any like long-term health effects. I mean, there's definitely long-term health effects from smoking. There's also long-term health effects from eating too much salt and eating too much fat and not exercising and not doing cardio, not breathing, not getting your heart rate like above its normal operating procedures. There's medical downsides to like not drinking enough water. There's medical downsides to not eating the right foods. There's medical downsides to walking around with cars. There's medical downsides to too many microorganisms living off you dust in your room. There's health. That's what I like looking into. Like, is there any actual negative like humans? They have gas. Like they emit gas, like fucking methane, and the fart and burp and like, you know, breathe. But we're emitting like carbon dioxide. I mean, like we say carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide is bad, right? But plants, they emit oxygen, and we call that good because we live off that. But we also live by the fact that we're breathing out oxygen, and like that is how we live. Like, why are we feeling bad for like farting? Why are we making the cows feel bad for farting? You know, it's not. But that's what we do. That's nature. I was thinking, what? How do you make your videos? I can go to your calling. I can't like go to it on my thing to make it. I've just got to look for it. How about this for an idea? So, right. I don't want to do that. I'll think of a better idea. Like, I'm thinking, right? If I can like limit the amount I drink, right? Then I'll be able to save a bit of money for a place to live. So now we've got bills to pay and stuff. It's best to just move out now. I've got the fucking right idea. Is it only 9 o'clock in the morning? It is only 9 o'clock in the morning. I've been punched in the head so many times. Like, I'm almost thinking I'm getting gradual brain damage. Like when I was like a teenager, my mind was all foggy. And I got over it. I feel like it's coming back already. Because I passed out the other day. Yeah, it feels like I've got something wrong with my brain.
all survival.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bloom Street. Or as it says, Loom Tree, because they've taken out the blue, the B and the S. No BS. And Bloom has made the national news again. I'm going to do this with my face in the image so you can get my disgust. 2 nights ago, here on Bloom Street, in the nightclub called Bloom, and I'm going to quote the facts. A 14-year-old drug dealer raped a woman in the toilets with full knowledge of the security staff. Stay classy, Manchester. And I think the council and the police, so they stay open as usual? I don't think so. Bloom, site of maybe, just maybe, the most degenerate modern act we have seen. So the question to ask is, how does a 14-year-old boy get into a nightclub when they're advertising no ID, no entry, no ID, no entry? If I were the Greater Manchester Police, I might actually implicate the security doormen in the toilet rape of the woman by the 14-year-old drug dealer. Ladies, and it gets even better. We found the main entrance of Bloom. Look under 25, go inside and rape a woman. No drugs except when you're a 14-year-old drug dealer, then you're welcome. No ID, no entry, same comment again. All right, last one at Bloom, the shocker, the horror. We're looking at the customer notice, rules of entry. Now this is an adult gay nightclub, just so you know. Club Bloom, blah, blah, blah. Events referred to as plus 14 events permit anyone 14 years and over to be in the premises. That is not right. No wonder the drug dealer got in there and got a bit rapey. Hello everyone, it's Charlie Veach here. So I am broadcasting from the cold northern climes of Walkden in Salford, which is a part of Manchester. So one of my fellow YouTubers, another man who makes a living pumping out videos to amazing people like you, his name is Alex Belfield. He has a few more subscribers than I do. I believe he's approaching 500,000 compared to my little 250,000. So he's got a bigger dong than me on YouTube. Now, jokes aside, he's in a spot of bother. Now, he's not at the magistrate's court, which is, lesser offences. He's at the Crown Court. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, viewers, but if we're all brought up in American TV, American court dramas, it's the difference between a misdemeanor, which would be magistrate's court, and a felony, Crown Court level stuff. Now, Alex Belfield is representing himself at the Crown Court. Now,
meet the Laura 11, the video editor that can do more.
So it is correct.
If we're all brought up in American TV, American bother. Now, he's not at the magistrate's court, which is, lesser offences. He's at the Crown Court. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, viewers, but if we're all brought up in American TV, American court dramas, it's the difference between a misdemeanor, which would be magistrate's court, and a felony, which would be Crown Court level stuff. Now, Alex Belfield is representing himself at the Crown Court. Now, I've been to court in the past, and I was tempted to represent myself. Yet every smart person, including lawyers, including my colleagues and friends, and Charlie, when you represent yourself, you're represented by a fool. I got the hint. You should always have proper legal advice. You should always have someone who is good at law to find out how best to represent you. When you represent yourself as a non-lawyer, it's like you're going to a race and you shoot yourself in the foot before the starting gun. So for those of you who don't know, Alex Belfield is a former BBC radio presenter. and he's continued on YouTube. He broadcasts primarily indoors, whereas I'm mostly an outdoor kind of guy. And I would describe him center-right, maybe leaning towards traditionalism, conservatism, right-wingism. And yeah, he's very popular. Many people write to me saying, "Oh, Charlie, we checked out Alex Belfield." Now, nothing pro or against Alex. I'll be very upfront. The videos don't appeal to me, just like my videos don't appeal to a lot of people. Because if they did, I'd have a lot more viewers. So I'm sure Alex, with his 500,000 subscribers, will not be offended that I can be direct, honest about my viewing tastes. Now, I'm going to link some news stories, because obviously the barristers and the prosecution have done their opening statement. And I want you to look at that. I'm going to try and be as neutral as I can, but of course I do have a bit of bias and opinion. This isn't the first YouTuber I've seen get into some serious trouble. There was one about 8-9 years ago, American friend of mine, who is still a friend of mine, who was sentenced to 9 months in Wandsworth jail for very similar things to Alex Belfield's case, very similar, stalking, harassment, that sort of thing. Now, I believe my American friend got treated very harshly, and I know him personally, and he's not a violent, dangerous man. But if I was to put my neutral hat on again, how do the people who felt harassed and stalked, how do they know that he's not violent and not a threat? They don't. So, we have a very famous BBC, is he a presenter or a producer? There's a Jeremy Vine. Every British person over a certain age will have heard of the name Jeremy Vine. Political correspondent, BBC man anyways, the BBC. And Alex Belfield is accused of harassing and stalking him, as well as multiple other people, including a transgender individual. Now that's neither here nor there, but I just find it very interesting that one of them happened to be like a male to female, I think. Again, no comment on that. Now, as you all know, I'm a massive believer in free speech and also freedom and not being bothered and harassed, to use that word again. But on the flip side, when someone does become fixated and obsessed, and they are buzzing around your ear like a mosquito that won't go away, and they're very intelligent and they know how not to directly break the law, yet they know how to do things that are not in the spirit of the law. I'm not saying Alex has done this, I'm just trying to present both sides. How can someone retaliate against someone who isn't breaking the law, but is getting a little bit too fixated and obsessed? That's what this looks like from the outside. Some people within the BBC, which is a powerful organization, they are retaliating against what they consider to be an obsessed and harassing individual, Alex Belfield. I've seen some numbers, and you'll see some numbers too when you go into the story, linked below in my description box. Have a look at my box. Very nice box, the best box, full of information. My box, viewers love information. Have a look at my box. There were numbers such as 9,000 emails over a 9-year period, or was it 4,000? Anyway, thousands of emails over a 9-year period. When you think there's only 12 months in a year, so we're looking at 100 months, even 1,000 emails, that's a lot of emails. Banano, I mean, you're looking at 9,000 emails, what are you sending? 900 emails a month, 30 a day. What? That's too many emails. If that's true, that's too many emails. The court's going to look at that and say, that's just not cricket, it's not British. And another thing I read, again in the opening statement of the prosecution that wants to convict Alex Belfield, they said he went on his YouTube channel asking people to find out information on Jeremy Vine and his colleagues as to where they live, who they are, who their friends are, who their family might be. And again, from Mr. Randy Pan, the British man here, that doesn't appear to be cricket or British or correct. Now, I've actually spoken to someone who has a bit more knowledge in the law than I do. And this person has mixed feelings about this because, on the one hand, of course, no one should be harassed. But then, on the other hand, what is the threshold for stalking and harassment? If you are a well-known YouTube personality and part of your act is to get excited and bothered about your alleged enemies, and as long as you don't say anything illegal, as in you don't threaten death and destruction upon them and their family, as long as you don't send out your hordes, your viewers, to go and do them damage, I can understand, we fought 2 world wars to be able to go a bit nuts on YouTube and to say how we feel even our deepest hatreds about people. If there are hatreds, why shouldn't we be allowed to feel them? I'm not going to go into this can of worms, but this is my issue with hate crime. They're making an emotion illegal. Hate crime. And when you bottle up and you repress that hatred, I don't think you want to be having tens of millions of European people bottling up their hatred. History might not repeat, but it certainly rhymes. Whoa, anyway, scrap that. Anyway, coming back to Alex Belfield, again, my legal friend. He's like, look, I can see both sides. I need to read a lot more into it. And again, this is the same issue I had with Crane Man. I'm trying to get a video posted of Crane Man, him body cam footage versus the Romanians. I had to let Crane Man down gently, say, look, I can't take over your case. It would take 50 hours of reading, another 50 hours of viewing. You have to hire someone. I'm not the man. I can't. Banging in one of the other apartments. So, in conclusion, to try and keep this under 10 minutes, my advice for anyone wishing to navigate the modern minefield of banging at, we would investigate the banging, but anyone wanting to navigate is don't fixate on people. Sure, kick off, say bad things about people, maybe do it once or twice in the video and then move on. Don't fixate. How is it that me, Mr. going out into the real world and having true conflicts with people who I feel fucking have it coming, how am I not in court for stalking and harassment? How is it that it's literally a DJ, a radio, disc jockey, sat at home with a microphone in the safety of his warm house, his castle? How is he in court for harassment and stalking? Very interesting. This is Charlie Veach from the not so sunny, not so warm climes of Salford in northern England. Thank you for watching.
Search for the best hotel deals, compare prices, breakfast included, and stay flexible. Search now on Kayak.
I'm in court for alarm harassment and distress. I didn't get no fucking video about anything. I'm a fellow YouTuber. Wait a minute, who's that guy again? Alex Belfield or something. Should I have a look at Alex Belfield? It's got a fucking bottle of lime water in it. Freeze. Just melt it in some cold water or something. When did I fill this up? It says tea in it. Microwave tea. Rest. Should take them fucking downstairs. kicks back. Did you fucking kick her back?
State of survival. Play now.
She's just that comfortable around there. She's just like, get out of the way, you. I'm gonna lose that. JoeKingAudits out. Like and subscribe.